everyone, and welcome to the Floral Shabby Chic cage tours. It's weird saying tours, but it is like 2 tours of 2 cages, so it's quite exciting. But what I did, I decided to leave the piggies in the cage because it's nice to see them just casually walking around, and really this was kind of like an spur of the moment, that's the word, kind of cage tour. So I didn't really like set it up properly because we still don't have the perspex divider in the middle. We still haven't done it, and hopefully we're going to be doing it this weekend. But at the moment there's still the little pen, and then there's some CNC grids just to keep it higher and to put the water bottle on for the moment. So that's there, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do a cage tour with it there, but I thought, why not? Because a lot of you have already seen these patterns, and I thought that I might as well do a reasonably quick tour. So that will be that, but I hope you enjoy this, and I'll get to the cages. Okay, so this is the girls' cage, and it is in total a 2x6.5 size cage. So there is a 2x4.5 that way, and then a 2x2 roughly that way, and then they also have the loft section and obviously the ramp that comes down. But this is a really good size for 3 piggies, and all 3 girls get on really well in this cage, and I'm very happy with it. So I'll get on with the tour. I'll just give you an overview first, which will be from the water section and the food, and then going into the cozies, and then coming down here and just move around so you can see their hay box. And then the loft section up above, which the bed has already been moved around. And then the ramp just comes down there. So since our last cage tour, the background is definitely quite different, and we do obviously still have the lofts, and they're completely new. Now if you've been watching my recent videos, you would have already seen these, and I do have a video coming out with the second part doing the loft section and also doing the painting of the back. But again, we're still, because of the perspex middle, I'm waiting to finish it off because I don't want to do it still whilst we have this grid middle, but that's because I'm a perfectionist. So I will be getting that video out hopefully soon. You can see my dirty laundry over there, which is from the Pigs Clean. But I'll start over here. So the background is all painted by me, and there are these little decals on it, which is the bunny and some of these flowers and the butterfly and the hot air balloon out there, and a lot of like the little mushrooms and some of the clouds. Now I generally painted a lot of it myself, I painted the whole background, and I just did that with Cuprinol garden paint. It's a type of paint that is used outdoors for gardens, and so it is waterproof, and it is also pet safe for your guinea pigs to chew, and rabbits and any other small animal. Obviously you've got to wait until it dries and the fumes go, but it's really nice, and it makes a nice background. To be honest, they can't really chew a lot of the background anyway because it's just flat. Some bits do jolt out, like the corner there, but there's not really much access for them to do that. But that's what the background's made of. And then we have the Living World water bottles, we have a Pets Play handmade bowl, and unfortunately Pets Play is no longer open. I think she closed due to ill health. And then we actually have this heart little hop up is what I like to call it, and you can see here that it's been well chewed on the sides, and it's actually got scallop edging, and we've got 4 legs, and I like to kind of lean it up against something just to keep it more stabilised. But I actually made this myself, and I did actually make the lofts myself, if you can believe it. So all I used was some untreated pine wood, and this was actually an old corner shelf that we had. So I took the jigsaw and I cut out a heart. I used to do woodwork at school, so I kind of have a bit of experience with tools, but I'm not the best. My drilling is definitely not the best, but I managed to do it okay, and then I painted it in the Cuprinol paints. So the main liner here is from Cozy and Clean, which we got in a review, and then we have our ramp going up there, which has got some just fluffy socks 3 of them actually, and I've kind of done an ombre effect. I had to clean out the other socks because they were just getting really dirty after a couple of weeks. So we've got new fluffy socks there, and hopefully Daphne's going to demonstrate the ramp. Beautiful, Daphne. Thank you. And we have some handmade drip pads by myself, so we have one on either side. We have a rosewood pet bowl there, which I got from Violet. In the back there, I think I need to move these because of the ramp, but those are our Pets Play flower shoes, and I've cable tied them to the side of the cage. Clara's just sitting in front of it. The main liner that we have, which you can't actually properly see, you might be able to spot a little bit, but this is the main liner underneath. This is from Cozy Beds and Burrows, and I highly recommend her liners. She's super good, and she's the one who does the quilting, and I actually love the quilting effect. Then I have a handmade pad that I made myself, which is just a 2x1, and it's just to go beneath this hay feeder. Now this hay feeder is from the Happy Rabbit company, and I absolutely adore this. And there's Arabella demonstrating that she can jump on it. Aren't you a good girl? But yeah, she likes to jump on it. I mean, to be honest, all of them do, but they don't ever try and jump over. They say hello to Tabitha and Finley through the bars, which is really quite cute. So hopefully maybe one day I'll be able to introduce them all together if Daphne and Finley get along, but we'll have to see. So the hay feeder was from the Happy Rabbit company, and I hand painted it myself. I do have a video on this, so I will link it down below, as with everything else in this video. Then we have this really pretty floral fleece, which was from our friend Susie from the Piggy Lounge. And all I've done with this is I've literally just folded it over the top of the liner for this cage theme. I find that's a really cheap and economical way of doing cage themes, because it means you don't have to get a full liner all the time. On top of the floral fleece, we have a little microfiber mat, which I will link again down below. And then we have a little Timothy ball, which is from Chinchilla's 2 Shop, I believe. Then we have a Pets at Home little ice cream tube, and this was from our lovely friend Amy of Amy's Pets, I think is now, Amy's Piggies. Then we have a little hanging toy. Now this was originally just a kebab, but I've put on some of these jingly cat balls, and I got the idea from Lucy of Lubu Shedzu, and I really like how it's come out, and they love to like run by it and like jingle it. Then another hanging tube we've got. This is a new one that we've just recently put up. I've had this for ages, but I've only used it for our up and away theme. There's a Daphne in that bed. It's hard to pick her out because of the white fluff. I have put a pad in there in the bottom as well, because I just knew that she would move the fleece like Sherpa little cushion on top around. I knew you would, and you are. Yeah. And you're blending completely. Oh, all that fluff got in that bed. Yeah. Anyway, this might be a long tour. Sorry about this. Then yeah, this is the hot air balloon toy like hanging tune. We got this from Twilight Chinchillas in our trade with Heather, and I absolutely adore this. And because they've eaten their flower basket, which I'll just glance over to the other cage, they still have their flower basket lovely and intact with a few chew marks. And these girls absolutely demolished theirs. They chewed all of it off, and that's actually the hanging thing at the top. So I replaced it with this hot air balloon, which goes with the theme, because I've got another hot air balloon over there. Then behind all of those toys we have a tunnel, and I made this myself, and it's just a nice squidgy tunnel, and I kind of made it to match the other one in the other cage that I got from Susie from Piggy Lounge. So I'm really happy with that. And we've got a handmade toy there, which I did myself. So we've got a pad there, and that's from Steph's Piggy Paradise, which we were kindly given for a review. And then you can see a bit more of the decoration. I think next time if I was ever gonna like paint it again, I would tend to put the paint a little bit higher, because I forgot about the fleece stuff. So we have a little cuddle cup there and another cuddle cup, and I actually made these myself, and I've started selling some cuddle cups, so if you go to my Facebook page there might be some, but I'm selling them pre-made. So going up to the loft section, we have some Guinea Pig Weekly little stickers on the front. So we have the little fairy piggy there. We also have the ladybug piggy, which is very cute, so I put one on each side of the perspex on the front. And Then we have the little bunny bed, which I actually think has more bears. I found these on eBay and they were like £7 each, and I just had to snap them up. And then we have the handmade garland that I made, and again that's in our DIY tutorial. Then we have a Playtime Little Critter Creations lolly tune. I think that one was from Abby in our trade. And then we have just a little stick, and that is from Chinchilla's 2 shop. In front of those we have another microfiber mat, which again is linked below. And then we just have a bit of fleece, and I've draped it over here to make an extra hidey, because there's no real hidey that I can squish right back in that corner. But that's really it for the girls' cage, so I'll just give you one last overview. In the middle there we do have a Twilight Chinchilla's name garland, and that's got all of these girls' names on it. But I want to, because I've practiced with a bit of woodwork with the lofts and stuff, I want to cut out some little hearts and put them on either end for Tabitha and Finley's names. So I will hopefully get around to that soon, but you never know. This is the little couple of lovers cage. So I'll just give you an overview of their cage. Okay, so I'm kind of doing this backwards just because Finley is being so adorable in this bed. Just want to show you. So again, this was from eBay. There he is. Isn't he adorable? So cute. So he's obviously loving his new bed, and I got them one in blue just because I thought it was nice to mix up the colours, and also obviously Finley's a boy. I know Tabitha's not, but it's still quite girly with the bow. So I thought this would go with some nice themes as well. So we have some Guinea Pig Weekly stickers again on the front here, and this is the little bumblebee piggy. And then we also have the little dinosaur piggy. So I thought this was quite appropriate for these two, especially because this one looks very much like Finley. Once again we have the little drapey like bed area, and this has got their hanging basket. And then we've got a handmade like activity mat, like wall thing. I've had to cut a bit off, which you probably can see up the top there. These bits are sticking up because it was hanging too low and it got a little bit damp with urine, so I had to cut that off and kind of have it off the floor, which is a better idea anyway. And then we've got in front of that, we've got a Pets Play little dumbbell roller, and then we have a Playtime Little Critter Creations cake pop, which I think is from Abby as well in our trade. And then we have a Pets Play flower tube. We have some more decals and some little clouds and everything. And then above there we have our Guinea Pig sleeping sign. And I'll hopefully show you. Again, the microfiber mat is from eBay. It's from the same place. But hopefully we can show you little Tabitha. There we go. Has Finley got the whole bed? He's not letting you in. Oh. But they all love it up there. This is like their favourite hidey actually. It's so cheap as well. And Finley is still in there, aren't you, honey? You are a sweetheart. Leading down we have an extra little mat again that I made, and I made all of the liners from the top just because it was kind of an awkward shape. You can see here that there is a bit of perspex that we put along, and we've screwed it to the actual loft section there. And it just means that they're guarded for coming down. We do need to sort out where it joins just there, so again that's going to be in the final DIY part 2 video. And then it leads to the bottom section, which this has the Cozy Bed and Burrow liner, and you can see how quilted it is, and this is in a really nice like bright blue and white polka dot. Then we have our Piggy Lounge little liner, and this is a 2x2 floral one, and this is in the kind of like the opposite print to that. So that's in a grey with that floral, and this is the same floral but with a baby pink background, and I absolutely adore this print. So again we have a Pets Play flower food dish. We've got another matching hay box. Then we have a Living World water bottle and a little drip pad there. Then we have a little green polka dot food dish. I believe this is from Pets at Home. It was originally one of our cat's dishes, but I stole it. Then we have some little twists, and these are actually from that little play mat at the back there. Why do you think I'm giving you something? They're all leaking. I think it's because of these, because they made a noise. Do you want one? Go on then, have it. Anyway, all these two out now. Sorry, we didn't have anything, sweetheart. We didn't. Not yet, anyway. In a bit. So since I've talked about this flower basket, I ought to tell you where it's from. It is from the brand Rosewood, and it was from Abby in our trade. Then we have a tunnel in the same floral print, and that is from the Piggy Lounge again. We have a Jingly Pets at Home ball. Then in the back there we have a handmade 2x1 mat that I folded over at the side. And then we've got 2 Piggy Lounge beds, and again that is in the floral print, and it's got like a baby blue on the inside, which I think is really, really nice. We've got a Playtime Little Critter Creations ice cream bar again, and then we've got another one of those ice cream toys. And then right at the back there, a Pets Play flower toy. So this is the cage as a whole again, and the girls as well. So I think we're all finished, and thank you very much for watching, and I shall speak to you in my next one. Bye everyone.